If you're a real estate agent that lives in or near a small town, a town with less than 100,000 people on it, you're sitting on an absolute gold mine as a real estate agent. You see, it's 2026, and what we've seen happen over the last 3 years in real estate is the number of total transactions have gone down. However, the top agents are growing their businesses year after year. Because when the market gets tight and it slows down a little bit, someone who's going to sell their home is not going to take a risk on a newer agent or an agent that's part-time in the market. They're going to want to list with one of the top agents in their area. My name's Jason Gruner. I'm actually a real estate agent. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. There are 19,000 real estate agents in Nashville, and I'm fortunate enough to be one of the top 100. So my business has grown each of the last 3 years because I do really detailed marketing to position myself as an expert for a small piece of Nashville. But what's in Nashville, again, there's 19,000 agents. It's extremely competitive and it's expensive to market yourself as a real estate agent online in a place like Nashville, in a big city like Nashville, Atlanta, Charlotte, New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Las Vegas. Those markets are extremely expensive to gain market share in. But if you're in a small town, in a place like Lewisburg, Tennessee, it's about an hour and 15 minutes south of Nashville. When I run advertising in those markets for myself and for other agents, it feels like I'm cheating. It's so much less competitive. There are almost no other real estate agents that are marketing themselves specifically in Lewisburg. And Lewisburg has a couple hundred transactions that get done in that area every single year. It's a great little market. If you live anywhere near Lewisburg or around that area or any small town like that, you're sitting on an absolute gold mine that you could build your business in. So many people are in these small towns and they think like, well, if I was in Nashville, it'd be a lot easier. It's not true. It's significantly more competitive in Nashville. In a place like Lewisburg or Paris, Tennessee, or Jackson, Tennessee, these small towns with a population anywhere between 5,000 and up to 100,000, you have the ability to become the top agent in that small town in an extremely short period of time. I'm talking like 90 days of focused effort. You can be one of the top agents in that small town. So then instead of fighting for business, people are calling you. Sellers are reaching out. Hey, I know you're the expert in Lewisburg. It seems like you really know this market. I see you all the time online. You're the agent I want to work with. So when you do this, when you have a systematic strategy of showing up in front of the homeowners in a small town every single day on Facebook. Now, I'm not talking about recording new videos every day or dancing or doing all the silly stuff that agents do, but just putting good, valuable content and running those as ad campaigns. Well, I like to do it the way that I suggest people do it in a small town, following my small town listing blueprint. Is we run an ad at the very top that's going to get people who are thinking about buying or selling a home in that small town. Once they've raised their hand and looked at that ad, we're going to target them. We can retarget them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, digital, Google Ads. There's a lot of different places we can do it. And we're going to show ads of that agent over and over and over and over again. So someone was curious how much homes were selling for in that small town. They saw an ad for something that tells them how much homes are selling for. They click on it, and then they start to see the Lewisburg expert agent over and over and over again. We like to do a couple different pieces of content, so it's not the same thing over and over again. It keeps it fresh, but it keeps that agent in front of those folks who own homes in their small town over and over and over again. And people start to think and associate that agent with being the top agent in that town. And when they're finally ready to make a decision to buy or sell, it's the only call they make is to that agent. Now, there's some other things that I do. There's emails I send. There's specific ways I send text messages to people. There's different advertising I run. What do I do when I actually get a listing or get a buyer? How I talk to someone who calls me about listing their home. And I've put it all together in one simple system. It's my small town listing blueprint. You can get the full thing. It's only $27, And my team will actually design your first ad for you for absolutely free as part of that $27 course. So if you'd like it, there should be a link right below this video, or just go to smalltownlistingagent.com.